57% of marketing pros admit they're unprepared for shifting consumer behaviors. It begs the question, what is going to happen in 2021, next Christmas? Has this created a new pattern of behavior? Is this something that, can you see yourself taking this kind of action or doing these type of activities in the future with online shopping?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely, there's been a lot of reports come out and observations of customer behavior changing. And here's my overall thought, and it relates to obviously the way I'm shopping during Christmas. But even if COVID was to end in a month or 2 weeks or three months, whatever it is, there are things that will be a part of our culture for a very, very, very long time. Things that we will not change. Like, for example, when flying opens back up again like normal, I think it's going to be pretty standard for people to wear masks in an airport and on a plane. I don't think that's going to change. The same way that buying online, the increases that we've seen over the past year, that's definitely not going to change either. Ordering groceries online instead of going to the grocery stores, probably going to remain a thing as well. Like these things, we're definitely not going to go back to normal once COVID ends. That's for sure. Like this pandemic has shaped our culture for sure moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say. I mean, keep in mind the Spanish flu was over 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you'd think some of these precautions people would have taken, with everything that's happened over the last century, but no. Did anything happen? I'm curious to know what happened after that Spanish flu. You know what I mean? Like, did people start taking more precautions, having less people in places? No, we eventually got to a place where we're having events with 100,000 people, like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it was just forgotten through the generations. I don't know. But I do know from a business standpoint that this whole, consumer behaviors are shifting the way that e-commerce stores and, small businesses, brick and mortars are obviously operating, right? We hear it in commercial real estate, how is such a plummet in that market now. People are just trying to get rid of their real estate. They're not trying to buy offices. You know what I mean? So I do think some things are going to, I think people, if they haven't pivoted to digital now and you have a product, if you haven't done it yet, your business is probably almost ceasing to exist, really, if you have not made that pivot yet. So it really put people's butts in gears and force people to evolve their business to digital.
The 5 social media strategy questions every CMO needs to answer in 2021. So little caveat, I guess, CMOs are typically at larger companies. I do understand that, but these 5 questions are definitely ones that small to medium-sized business owners who are wearing all of the hats can ask themselves and really try and figure out moving forward into 2021 as well. And it found that spending, which we're not surprised of, has increased on social media by 74%. And there's probably a couple of reasons for that. Budgets are tighter, so you're going to want to spend your marketing dollars where you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck and where you're actually going to get people interacting and purchasing, and then changing customer demands as well. So customers want more interaction with the brands and the companies that they're buying products from. So the very first question that they highlighted in the survey was, are you using social to recreate lost customer experiences?
Yeah, so that's really, there's so many opportunities there on social to do that, right? So, I mean, once you get that consumer into your ecosystem as a follower, as an email subscriber, there's definitely ways to engage them back into your business and get them to repurchase. You know what I mean? It's 20 years ago, you didn't have the ability to do the things you can do today, leveraging social, targeting people that are previous purchasers that haven't purchased in 3 months. You know what I mean? So, and getting a specific message in front of those people. There's ways you can do that, right?
100%. And like the pandemic has completely uprooted so many experiences that brands relied on to differentiate themselves.